It's your boy, Slim the Fox, with a review of Christmas, Bloody Christmas. Y'all like how I did that horror voice for a second. Anyway, Christmas, Bloody Christmas is a Shudder original movie about, it starts with a commercial about a group of commercials, and the commercial at the end is about a Robo Santa, one of those life-size Santas they put in stores. On the outside of stores, they say Merry Christmas or Ho Ho Ho. And they're saying that the Robo Santa, the Santas that they're using in this particular instant on the commercial use military parts. That's foreshadowing the later. Um, the movie starts with two co-workers, Tori and Robbie. Tori, which is a female, she owns the store, and Robbie works for her. Obviously, they've been working with each other for a long while. They're back and forth, dialogue, and Robbie's feeling Tori a little bit more than she's feeling him. And the dialogue between the two is cool at first. It gets real annoying later as the story goes on. But anyway, they decide to, leave. It's Christmas Eve. They leave the store and they visit their other friends who work in another store in a strip mall. It's like a little small strip circuit of stores. So they visit their other friends in the other store, who's a couple, and they talk and chat it up with them for a little while, and they leave them. And Tori and Robbie go to a bar to drink and have a good time, basically, for a little while. The couple friends, they're in the store. They have a life-size Santa from the commercial in their store. They're talking, and they start having sex, and while they're doing that, it goes back to the bar with Tori and Robbie, and then it's a news flash that no one is really paying attention to, but the news flash saying how the life-size Santas are malfunctioning, and it flashes back to the store where the couple is having sex, and we all know that's a no-no in horror movies. You don't have no sex in horror movies. And when the life-size Santa comes to life, or basically malfunctions, if you will, he grabs an axe and he gets busy chopping up the couple who were having sex, which, like I said before, that's a no-no in horror movie. That's automatic death. And the life-size Santa comes out the store at the same time. Tori and Robbie comes out the bar, and he starts to follow them too. And he basically goes on a killing rampage. For some odd reason, I don't know why he's focused on them two, but he starts killing everybody in his path to get to them. I'm not going to say which one of the two survive and who dies. You have to check it out yourself. But Robo Santa was putting that work in with that axe. He was not playing. He was chopping and clopping and bopping. Man? He was catching bodies left and right. Overall, and that's basically the theme of the story. It wasn't really, that was the story in a nutshell. Robo Santa was putting that work in, trying to get to one of the other two of the friends, or more than friends eventually, and killing everybody in his way. Whoever did the choreography with the kill scenes with Robo Santa, they deserve an A+. They knocked it out the park for the budget of the movie. It was good. They did their thing with that. Whoever played Robo Santa did a great job. He definitely deserves some attention and love for his part. He definitely did his thing. Or a group, sometimes it's groups that played like the part. The dialogue at times was a little annoying when it was talking to Robbie and Tori's dialogue was like got a real annoying. It came to the point where I prefer to have Robo Santa on the screen and them two going back and forth. The dialogue and other characters was annoying at some times, but overall it was a little bit above okay, but it definitely got annoying at times. The story itself was cool. It was a little original. I haven't seen that type of story as far as like using a Robo Santa that malfunctions and go crazy before. So I thought that was cool. If it has, then let me know. Or I haven't seen it. So it was an original little story. It was cool. The kill scenes and shots, they were dope. I like for the story, they were good. At the end, it got the little ending part got a little repetitive and long-winded. It was like, okay, all right, it's time to, you know, end this right quick. Time to chop this up, literally. Overall, I give Bloody Christmas a 1.9 axe chops out of 5. It's not a bad movie, but it ain't that good either. It's right a little bit below average. It's a horror movie, but it's okay. If you have Shudder, you ain't gonna do wrong by watching it. You ain't gonna feel like you wasted your time. It's gonna be some times with the dialogue that you want to cut it off, but as far as like a straight horror, you know what I'm saying, the chopping and hacking, it did its part on that. So definitely check it out. You know, if you're into that. I mean, I'm into that too. That's why I kept watching it and gave it some love. Like I said, if you have Shudder, check it out. Christmas Bloody Christmas. And it's your boy, Slim the Fox, signing out. Peace.